Hey SL,
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I just
Can
wanted to
Let me say one thing to you. Can you turn the background down the music? Because I don't want to get no copyright.
okay.
I'm
It's
keeping it
down.
real with you.
No, you're fine. It's down.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's fine now.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to speak about a couple of the things that you were talking about as far as the case
Uh-huh.
because I have been doing my research, and I also have been attending a lot of little other court cases that's similar to Nature Boys. And what I was saying in the chat was I believe that the R charge
Mm-hmm.
that the defense attorney's probably going to get that one dropped before the trial, because they can get a lot of charges dropped
Right.
before the trial.
That's facts.
And the reason of the speedy trial, which is good on the defense part, is because the longer the prosecutors can come up with more charges. And I really believe that. Well, I was hearing a couple of things from people that they're trying to push a RICO,
Oh, really?
and that they're trying to get the other members a part of the RICO, because you have to remember it's other victims that's coming forward behind the scenes.
Right. I kind of figured that. But that was a Rico. Ooh.
Yeah, RICO basically saying that the other
I know what a
victims
Rico
was
is. That's what.
allowing this. And what's so sad about the whole situation, like I said with Neytiri, I heard that there's three other victims behind the scene besides her. But her
Wow.
case, they said, is not looking good because she's been on social media. And then the other day, I don't know if she was like drinking or something, and had that live where she was talking about the baby she was pregnant with and how she wanted this baby. That
Whose
don't
baby?
look right. Neytiri.
She was on live saying she wanted to have Nature Boy's baby.
It was a live they put up with her, Solar and Nature Boy, and she was in there. Yeah, I really wanted that baby, and this, that, and the third, but it's okay because I got Solar now, and somebody put that up on Bigo the other day, and that video is damaging.
Yeah, I got me a recording too of a supporter who's so mad at her. She literally did an interview with a channel holder, and the supporter purposely let the channel holder record everything she had to say about what Neytiri has been saying prior to Solar coming to California, when she was trying to get to Mexico to be with Solar.
I heard
And
that too. Yeah,
yep,
somebody told me about that live. I didn't get a chance to see it, but somebody said it was on Bigo.
yep. But
And
I'm
yeah,
I'm gonna find the recording. I might put it up tomorrow, but I'm gonna take it down, like delete that, after I
let
let
me
people
ask
listen
y'all
to it.
this. Let me ask
Mhm.
y'all this real quick. If they drop the more serious charge, and you, if they drop the more serious charge, that means he's looking at a little over 13 years, right?
Yeah, about that 10,
If
10,
convicted,
13, right?
Right.
Yep, yep, 10,
But you
13
got to
years.
remember,
if he cop
though,
out.
I'm hearing that they're
If he
supposed to
right,
have a sequestered they're supposed to have a sequestered jury, and they might
Okay.
not
but if he cops
tele
out, well, go ahead. I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead.
they might not televise this, because you have to remember the prosecutors is going to push that he's a threat to the victims, and he got other people out here that are scared of victims and all that. So I doubt if this trial is going to be televised. I was hearing from one of my other colleagues that will get the reporter passes, so I'll
Hmm.
be able to go in the court with my pass, the all access, but they
Oh,
won't
okay.
televise it on social media.
Well, they're not doing that now because there was one judge. She was, I respected her because the other judges are not saying it every time they have a bond hearing. They should say it at the beginning of the court proceeding. You cannot record this. This is
Basic,
not supposed to
that's
be
and
recorded.
you right on the money. That's where
Yep.
the problem's coming in at.
Yep.
Now, if
So
this go to trial, we all can go. It's open to the public.
it's open to the
Yeah,
public.
but they'll have two rooms. One room would be for the reporters like myself, and then they'll have another room would it be like for fans, supporters, and
Right,
Okay.
family.
outsiders. Yeah.
Right. But let me say this to you. It only way he'll get 10, maybe 10, 13, maybe 15 years is if he pleads. If he takes it all the way to trial, they're going to smoke him.
No, I heard he's only facing up to 5 to 10.
Well, the lesser charges.
That's why I said the
Yeah.
defense is going to try to get a lot of stuff dropped
Mhm.
prior to
Well,
his
that's
trial.
so you're saying if they get a lot of stuff dropped, he's only facing 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, that's what I was told by attorney 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
Because see, like I said, social media is like the new evidence for the prosecutors and the defense.
Right.
So, like I said, we don't know the other victims, and that's good that they're quiet, and they playing it smart.
He's actually the evidence for the defense because he's the one that recorded it for the channel.
But I was told that when they first come to Carbonation, he has like it's called a aesthetic book or something where they all sign consent.
No, it's called a what is it called? But that was a lie though. What's the name of it? Come on, help me, Max V.
Cease and what do you call it?
It's the same. It's that too, but it's another name for it. It's called a Oh God, I hate.
They said he had the records in a book where everybody that comes there, they sign consent.
Oh, non-disclosure. Somebody said it.
Okay.
Right,
NDA.
Okay. NDA. Yep.
So, the only thing with the NDAs is that an NDA can be broken if it's a criminal. If you hide in a criminal offense, right?
Exactly, a violent. Right. That's what I'm saying.
But far as I think the video for that she's trying to get for the putting the video of her having sex, he's trying to push that as it was for educational purposes.
No, that was for revenge porn.
And the sad thing about Twitter, you can actually post that type of stuff on Twitter. It was for educational, entertainment, and
what is educational about that?
Okay, so educational is basically like
No, I know. I'm being funny.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying,
he's going. The defense is going to try to push that though. They're going to try to break that down. Yeah.
Right, but there's not an education.
And when you see videos of her actually sitting on his lap, and people go through stuff, and like I said, I don't think the R word is going to carry out. I think it's more they're going to be like, okay, this was a domestic. She joined. She was in love with him, just like the rest of them. She got mad, and all of a sudden, this time she wanted to take it this far, but she came back 4 or 5 times. So I think they're going to drop that down to like a smaller domestic case.
So with that being, because if the defense can prove that she consented to these videos being posted,
exactly,
because it has to be consent. Because they allow that stuff on Twitter, but it has
to be.
It's not really a serious sentence if they make it a DV.
It's a year apiece for those.
Because I just was dealing with another case, and this guy, he actually that was his defense, and that's how he got off. And he also provided videos of other because basically, I don't know if y'all caught it when the defense attorney was at their hearing, and he said in that video, do you see her saying no? Do you see her saying, don't record this? Don't. Mm-hmm. And that's the part right there. So if it was an R, you would have seen, man, if she didn't say she wanted the video, published. No, don't do that. Stop. And even when she said the R word thing, he was saying, you don't see her saying, get off me, this, that, and the third. And right after, she claimed she went to the police. But they said that they don't have records of an R kid. Mm-hmm. So I really don't think that's going to stick. And that, to me, that was like the biggest part of the case.
Right.
That carries the most time.
The most time would be the R.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on 1 second. Y'all keep talking.
And if they push this RICO, boy, then that's a whole nother story. You talking about the feds can pick that up, because basically with these new coats and all this stuff, see, the feds sit back They'll
Right.
let the state go ahead and do them. And, they'll just sit back, sit back, sit. And I'm pretty sure with all these members that was coming back and forth for years, I'm pretty sure the feds were just sitting back, sitting back, sitting back. And that's what he don't want. He don't want them feds to come forward and say, boom, now we charging you federally and state.
Yeah, if that happens, it's going to be hard because people keep talking about these PPP loans, and that can come into play. Yeah, we're just getting started, but if this goes to trial and they drop the serious charge, because I think the post online that carries a year apiece, and the holding her against her will, what is that, like 10 years?
Yeah, but that's
Something
right.
like that.
Right. But they have to, like I
They
said, it's
have to
not what you
prove
know, it's
that.
what you can prove.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
if it don't fit, you gotta
They have
quit.
to drop it.
Right.
Yeah, they have to drop it.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's why I said it's kind of damaging with her on social media. And
Because it's questionable. Like if you're a victim, victims usually don't be that open to be here jumping around talking over here.
and then there's one video when they first got him, and she was on there like, we got him now, y'all. We gonna try to do whatever we can do to hold them in it. That was damaging.
I was like, why is she saying that? She's like, yeah, we're trying to do is whatever we can do to hold him as long as.
Because why would they have to do that if he did this serious crime for you? They would hold him anyway, right?
Exactly. If he did it, right.
So I really think she was scorned. Yeah, I think she scorned. She was upset that she really liked him.
Yeah.
And even there was videos before where I remember she was trying to fight Malia, and she was sitting up there with the other girl.
I don't think she liked Natureboy. I think she was running game to get so that she could be in the good graces of Natureboy, so she could get the Solar.
You don't think she wanted Natureboy to marry her?
No, I think I don't believe that at all. I think she's full of it. I think she's another natural born liar like Natureboy.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. She's definitely manipulative, and but I thought that she wanted it
very messy.
It kind of grew on me that she wanted to be. She was praising when the baby mother left, and she thought she was going to the top until Malia left, and then Malia came back, and it was like she had it in her eyes that she liked it that Malia was getting punished, and that was the messy part of her too.
She was also down that time when Natureboy ordered F-Root and her to jump Malia, and Malia was begging, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about when she was standing there ready to fight her. Yeah.
Okay. That was
important. All that stuff we gotta be thinking about. Like the defense is going to grab all that stuff, so they're going to, and it's sad because they basically going to damage her reputation. So whatever is out here, that's the part of the defense. But I just think that none of us was there.
That's what I was telling Max V.
Right.
We weren't there, so that's why sometimes when people get little attitude, even people that have been riding with me for a hot minute, I'd be like, why are you getting mad because maybe another channel holder said something that's different than what I said in my opinion, and all we can go by is what we think happened. None of us was there. So you just because what I'm saying don't add up or don't seem right, none of us was behind them doors. We don't know what happened over there.
Right, and what was he saying that it just slipped my mind real fast. But a lot of times when he would say, leave, go ahead, y'all can go. Nobody told the defense is going to use that. And we can play they was brainwashed, but when you going back 3, 4, 5 times, like
yeah, she been back a couple of times, man.
Yeah, you're not brainwashed then. I'm sorry.
I don't know why she kept going back. I mean, she would come back, get on big, go, I'm not going back. She'd be showing her medication where she had to take medication for flare-ups from him, you know what I'm saying? And
I remember that one, yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh, she ain't going back this time.
The thing, what's crazy though? let's say if the R charge sticks and they're able to keep it and it goes to trial,
Yeah.
we don't know what that jury, we don't know how the jury is going to take this. So the
Right.
jury can be like, you know what, he's guilty. Or they can be like, he's innocent. We see he's going to have to put his life in the hands of that jury if it goes to trial, right?
But again, it's
That's
like
a
it's not
that's a
what you
crazy
know,
thing.
is what you can prove.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you can't, anybody can say he R'd me, but it's not what you know, is what you can prove. Can you prove that he actually did what that girl said that he
But
did?
here's the thing, though. Even the lawyers can tell you this: juries are unpredictable.
Yeah, they are.
That
Yeah.
is
But usually now with this Me Too movement and this Time's Up era, now we just seen the Amber Heard case, so the narrative is going to switch because now they're going to open the eye to say, wait a minute, is some of these women really lying? You know,
right.
and with the Bill Cosby case going on right now, his trial, they have caught his that woman in several lies. So I think since the Johnny Depp thing just happened, the narrative is definitely going to switch, and they're going to start looking more into these women because
Yep.
you have
Yep.
some that do lie, you know.
They cry wolf, and then some of them are like DV victims. Some of them are being DV, right, but they're not going forth when the prosecutors are trying to prosecute the perpetrators.
Right.
So we not us, but I'm just saying women in general that are supposed to be the victims of the DV, you're gonna start to be looked at not serious, taken serious no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're making these allegations that probably did happen, but when you don't want to cooperate when it comes time to take action.
And
So
like I said, a lot of people have go through stuff. So that's why I said the defense will fight. Okay, say he did smack her up a couple times or she him, they were fighting, but not the serious charges. And that's why I said they'll try to do a motion to dismiss. Yeah, that's what they're called, motion to dismiss. They'll do that for like the first 3 months of the motions going back and forth before a trial. The defense is going to try to get as many motion to dismiss motions in before trial.
right, and that's probably usually how it goes. But
And
we
then
just
when they
gotta
get,
see.
and then you gotta remember it's the prosecutor's burden to prove his guilt. It's not his burden to prove his innocence. They have to prove his guilt. So he can just sit back and, like you said, they is what they can prove.
What they can prove. It's not what they
Yeah.
know, it's what they can
They have
prove.
the highest burden. They have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
Exactly. And I
And
think more with the jury, when the jury selection goes through, of course he'll be, judged by the jury of his peers. But I think that now the defense is able to pick juries and the prosecutors, and then they strike if they feel like it's not working for the defense, or the prosecutors will strike if it's not working for them. But I think what they're going to do is try to pick a jury that don't know nothing about
Right.
this whole nature boy thing, or who don't listen to YouTube, which is going to be kind of hard because now with so many trials, everything is social media, and
everything.
so many people watch social media. So that part, and by him trying to be so worldwide and overseas and all that stuff, it might be kind of hard to pick a jury that really don't know who he is,
Right. Of him. Even if they don't really follow him, they might know of him.
right, and heard
You
the
know?
allegations, right.
Exactly. So that's crazy. I like this build, and see, I want to let y'all know this is why it's important to get up here and do live streams where people are talking. This is more, this to me, this is the way it should be. All that playing the videos. Like I said, remember I said Max V, and you
Mhm.
100 channels got the same line. What are you getting out of that? What are
Yeah.
you getting out of? I'd rather have a conversation.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get a fair trial. I think they're gonna find jurors that don't know anything about this. Because some of my family members, they don't know him unless they hear me talk about it. They don't
Right,
know
and they
who he
know him
is.
through what you, like you said, if you're talking about him.
Yeah.
Because how old is he? About 41 or 42.
Yeah, he's 40. I think he's 42, right? 42.
So I think they
No, wait a minute.
probably
No, I'm lying.
40,
He's 40
40,
years old. He's 40.
40.
He's 40. He's
they'll
40.
probably try to pick a jury of like older men that's about 45 or 48.
He
Older,
just he just had a birthday while he was locked up, and then he turned 40 in jail.
but see what really was really hurting him, and I was surprised. I know for sure his lawyers is probably going to change the narrative, but with that calling himself God, you ain't going
Yeah.
up in that courtroom saying that. Now that's going to damage you all the way because
It's gonna
of
make it seem like you got a
every
cult going on.
right, everything that they're saying is true. So I want to see
Right.
Could
what
you
he
imagine
going to
that?
do. I want to
Well,
see what he going to do when the lawyers say, "Listen,
I'm three God.
come on, dude, you're not God." Like
Right.
that God stuff got to go out the window. You ain't coming up in here telling this judge and this jury you're God because they automatically gonna say, "Oh, yeah, he's guilty."
And not only does he think he's God, he thinks that he's God like even before our parents were born. He's
Right,
the God. He's the actual God that's been around since man exists
right.
on earth. He got himself believing that.
Well, hopefully, they'll give him a psychiatric evaluation.
I hope so,
Because
Max.
that's
Most
what
sides will.
I'm hoping that don't happen because that kind of helps the defense because they could try to say
Insanity.
he's meant yeah, and then with all
And
his
they
backgrounds of being in all them detention centers and not having parents and da-da-da. You know how they say sometimes the abuser, the one being abused, start abusing other
abusing
people.
other people. Yep.
So I'm hoping that they don't try to push for that mental thing because I said if they do that, then he'll get off.
Well, yeah, but they might be doing that though, because think about it. Like you said, like we're all saying up here on this platform, you can't go in there saying that you God now, because they're gonna start thinking you crazy.
How long do you guys think it'll take if it goes to trial? How long do you think it'll take before it go to trial, in your opinion?
Well,
Think
trials
about
have
two
been
years.
moving. Well, no, they've been moving now.
Okay.
They've been moving now. They was like on a pause because of the pandemic.
Hmm.
So I'll give it like 7 months.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was told
Yeah.
like seven
Hopefully.
months.
So let me ask you a question.
So,
What do you predict he's gonna get for time?
it's no way to. It's no way to say.
Now,
Yeah.
my only prediction is because I just was told that it was three
5 and
bad
10.
act. No, it was three bad act witnesses. So bad act witnesses are people that the prosecutors are not charging him for. These are witnesses that they're going to bring on who are going to say, okay, he did this to me, or he slapped me, or he did, but they don't have, burden of proof, but they're going to be coming and speaking their testimonies.
Hmm.
Right.
So with that being said, we don't know how many bad act witnesses that they're going to bring along.
Wow.
Oof.
That's
Wow,
going to
that's what I
speak
said.
about stuff that happened to them. They're not going to be the ones they charging them for, but you can always bring bad act witnesses. That's just to put extra burden,
Also,
to
to paint the picture of what kind of a man he
right,
is.
right.
Hmm.
So with that part, if they got all these bad act witnesses, or if they start bringing in like the victims' families who he still got,
Mm.
that's going to be damaging
Yeah.
because it's like they still there and he's in jail.
But Max, you know what I was
Man.
also thinking too?
Hmm.
I don't trust that brother. His brother.
His brother. Mm.
I believe I wouldn't be surprised if they pull him into court. I believe if somebody out here in the street paid him to cooperate, I believe that he would go into court and testify to his brother. What these people are saying is what it is with him. The brother used to get on here and do for cash apps. He would get on interviews, people's channels. You don't remember that?
Yeah, that'll be bad for him if that happened.
Well, they're not close like that, Max. That's why I'm saying that to you.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not close.
you just said that, yeah, bad act witnesses. Yeah, that we don't even know who they have yet. And
Right.
also
And
you
then,
said other victims too, so we don't know.
and
Right,
you
but I'm
got to
saying the
remember,
brother could be one of them too.
right.
Man.
And then, okay, it's more of they want to know his character. So you got to remember these people are under oath. So they could subpoena the brother
Leo.
just because they know the
Hmm.
brother's been around. And that brother get up there, they'll say to him, now, did you see him hitting females? And he's on the stand, so he got to be like, yeah. So they would just bring these people on just to show, like SL just said, his character.
Exactly.
And that'd be more damaging than the females that he's on charge with. So if that don't work, that's their backup. Okay, we just gonna bring in all these witnesses.
But Leo don't have to tell the truth just because he's on the stand. He was telling the truth just for cash apps.
Oh, well, yeah. And then, you know, the prosecutors, they get real funny. They can have some of the members who could be charged, and they can give them immunity to flip. Like, look, we won't charge y'all with nothing. We won't bring nothing down on y'all if you testify and say that this stuff was happening. Yeah, they'll give immunity. But I think that the prosecutors are going to pull Malia's family, all the ones that's still there. That's what's going to hurt them. That even though some of them are grown, because that's going to be the thing, oh, but they grown again. But when them families get up there crying, saying, I haven't seen my child, or I haven't, and then when they start bringing them kids and saying, look, this one has a kid, they didn't come back. Yeah, that's going to be more that's why I thought when all this first happened, he was going to be like, go live your life. Do y'all. You know, this is the time for y'all to have to be on your own now. I have to deal with my situation. Like, he could still been in contact with him, but far as pushing this 3 guy, we pushing 3, you know, I would have ceased all that, you know.
I think he started getting really deep into them psychedelic drugs, and I don't think he knew. I don't think he thought it was going to take him to where it took him to. Because he started really getting out of control. He went from the drinking, but then he said, I kept saying something's in that weed. Then somebody said he's not smoking no weed. He's smoking that ayahuasca. Then that's when I started hearing Musa just recently bringing up the ayahuasca experiences that he had over in Carbonation.
What is that?
It's a strong herb, but see, people think that you can't get high off of herbs. But you can. Ayahuasca, they're saying that it's stronger than marijuana, the potency of it. It makes you go on a psychedelic trip.
Like like K2?
Like that, K2 or LSD or shrooms. Yeah, to make you trip. It's stuff be making you trip.
Yeah, they can cause you to hallucinate.
Yes, we are. Right.
Yeah, it's a plant. It's a plant. Like, it's a psychedelic.
It's a psychedelic. Yeah. So at that time when he was on Cyanetta, I was telling Max he wasn't smoking weed, and he made that clear, because he said, "What you smoking?" But I believe that, you know, Cyanetta, you know, he's from that conscious world too, and he knows he said that because he knew probably that he wasn't smoking weed either. He also probably knew that Natureboy wasn't smoking weed, and he was on his interview tripping on his interview.
Well, he could have been on wet too. It could have been wet. He was smoking.
That means sherm. That means
it could have been sherm.
It was dipped in something. Right?
That make you paranoid and aggressive.
It make him very aggressive. And then that God stuff and all that. Because to me, it's more of a, like you saying, a psychiatric thing. Because even when he starts saying that thing, now this is something that nobody paid attention to, but I did. Remember the white boy that was there?
Yeah.
Do y'all notice how all this stuff really start coming after he did that video of him online?
Yeah.
But let me say this to
you. How we know he wasn't sent in?
But listen, have you ever heard he was either a CI?
I just said that. How we know he wasn't sent in? Exactly.
Right.
Did you ever hear me say that on one of my
Yes,
lives?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's CI.
Because I said right after all of a sudden he was gone. Here they come.
And
we don't know all the evidence. He could have been gathering evidence.
Max V, guess what? They said on Big O, because a Greedy Boy and all of them was on the scene. Charlie from Big O, they all, you know how they tell it all. They said, how come they didn't take the white boy in? He was the only one that didn't get taken into custody. Think about it.
He was a CI. They
he was standing over there in the garage, just standing there. Yep.
And
They
then
be
the way
taking
he
it.
did him on that video and all that, huh? You think you
They
gonna do that to these people, but you did that to
you,
him. Oh yeah.
you ain't doing it to our kind.
Right,
You ain't doing that.
right,
We coming in there to save him.
right. Exactly.
Yep. Yep. So listen, I'm not gonna stay on here too much longer. I'm surprised I've been on here almost 2 hours, but it's been like a just a great conversation.
Great
That
live.
was
And I
a
want to
good
tell you that,
I
conversation.
so
I
please
love
keep
it. I'm
doing what you're doing.
that's
That's
what
right.
Love your
I'm
content.
thank you. I'm gonna start doing open. It'll say it in the title. Open live. Chat. You don't have to cam up because I don't cam up. And we could talk about anything. It don't even have to be about Nature Boy. Whatever you want to talk about, any current events. I'm gonna do one on Tuesday, not
Okay.
tomorrow because I got a whole bunch of stuff to do tomorrow. But yeah, open lives, and I want to also come onto your channel, Max.
Oh yeah,
You
you
know,
most welcome. You're definitely gonna set it up.
Yep, and the next time I probably will do it a little earlier so we can stay on there for a couple more than two
Sure,
hours. You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Because
Yep.
I got the gift of gab. I like to you know what I'm saying. Just
I enjoyed
conversate
it.
and yeah, I like these kind of conversations and stuff. But I got to get ready to cook this food and
No, that's right.
get it done. And then because
Okay.
tomorrow I'm going on my juice cleanse, so I'm eating as much fried chicken as I can tonight.
Well,
Yeah, and
enjoy
thank you
your
for that
food and nice meeting
information.
you, Matt.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nice meeting you too. Thank you for the information because
Thank you so much for
you
coming
brought
up,
some stuff
girlfriend.
up that I was thinking about. I'm like, yeah, character witnesses, and
Yeah.
also you saying the case that the more important charge might not stick. That's interesting. So yeah, we just gonna have to wait and see now.
And Matt, can you put your
Hmm
link in there so I can follow you?
Oh, yes,
Oh yeah, I can do it right now. Hold on.
okay,
All
Okay.
right, Max.
yeah,
I'm gonna get his channel.
it's definitely
I
interesting.
apologize for that because that's what I should have put at the beginning and had it ready
Oh,
for the
it's cool.
end of the video.
But when we follow these trials, 'cause I like to follow trials. We learn a lot.
True,
Right.
I've been following a lot of trials for the last 3.5 years. That's all I do, and I'm a part of a reporter agency, so I go in and out of
Okay,
all of them. That's why I said I would definitely keep finding information out because I did the Maxwell trial too, and she's also about to get a lot of her charges thrown out because
Wow.
they overcharged her. So yeah, and then with this Amber Heard thing, I think this was something that everybody was sitting back waiting for because they also dropped her from her advocacy of the domestic violence woman organization that she was a part of since it came out that she lied.
Hmm
So with this Bill Cosby thing going on now, it just came out that his alleged accuser lied about the different dates, and she doesn't have any proof to show that Bill Cosby was actually inside the Playboy mansion with her, and she keeps switching it from she was 15 to she was 17 to she was 19. So I've been watching it too and kind of comparing everything with the Nature Boy thing.
hmm
And the only thing to me that's worse with Nature Boy is I'm God and they my servants.
right,
Like you are basically saying that you do make them do what you want them to do. You do have them because anytime a person is saying, and to me, they need to stop getting on social media saying he's our God. We give all our money to him. We give every. They gotta stop that.
Well, that's what I was telling Max at the beginning of our conversation. You can't keep doing that. I don't know why he's got them up there doing, but like Max said, he wants them to stay programmed. Because if they was to put him in the hole for like a month, like Max said, they could start losing the attachment to him, and they might end up going home. It
Right.
can
I see
happen
he's
like
still
that.
yeah, he's still trying to I think that would change a lot if they wasn't able to see or talk to him in like a month. Yeah. It
Yeah,
would
so
be a major switch.
that's why he has to keep every day staying in their head.
Well, he better be careful because they could come after them.
Yeah.
They could come after them because see the prosecutors could say, okay, we feel like he's still holding members and we getting videos that he got members coming on social media soliciting and trying to get money for him for defense and all. Next thing you know, they could say you can't even talk to them. You see what I'm saying? Like he's kind of all like jumping on Beagle so Beagle can hear his voice, and he really was damaging when he told them to go talk to Neytiri. That
Yeah.
was stupid.
Yeah. And
That's why he
everybody,
lost that bond.
yeah, and everybody don't, and people don't understand that Solar, prior to him leaving Carbonation, he did contact Neytiri.
I knew it when that prosecutor said
yeah,
it at the court hearing.
and everyone keeps saying, no, I don't think Solar did. Yes, he did. I'm telling you. But now that we know that Neytiri just got busted all along, been in contact with Solar, and still saying she having dreams about him and trying to get to Mexico. When he first got to Mexico, now people are like, oh, now it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She, I don't know, but yeah, he reached out to Neytiri, and that's probably why she's having second thoughts now. But they don't need Neytiri right now. They don't need her.
See, she don't want to get herself mixed up in no perjury or nothing, because she has to remember she was also a part of this thing too. So them other witnesses, she don't want them to come forward and say she tried to hit them or what. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, we don't know who them other people are, and they're gonna make sure them other people stay off social media that we don't even know. That's why when I looked in the paperwork last week, they under Jane Doe's. It's not even a name.
Wow. So they're protecting.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna protect
So
her
like you
identity.
said, if it get to the point they don't need her, they don't need her. They'll just have her family come testify or something.
Yep. Yep. And that's all they'll need.